In this video, we are going to learn about layer 2 blockchains. Why do we need them? What really happens at the layer 2? Why is it called layer 2? Everything in this video. So this is how we are going to learn about layer 2. First, the problem. Why do we need layer 2 after all? Number 2, what is the minimum building block of the layer 2 so that we can really wrap our heads around it? And number 3, how to extrapolate this minimal small individual unit to a layer 2 blockchain. Let's start with the problem. Blockchains are slow and expensive. So much for the new invention, new ways to do stuff. I mean, if your new technology is slow as well expensive, it's just shit. Even new technology that promises that it will change the world forever. If this technology is slow and so expensive, who is going to use it? I don't know, not me. For example, if you make a transaction on Ethereum blockchain, you'll be paying hundreds of dollars in gas fee. I have made an entire video on gas fee, how it works, why is it so expensive. But it's so damn expensive. Why is it so? Because blockchains work in a very predictable manner. So think of it like this. Imagine you are at a bus stop. Imagine you are at a bus stop and an empty bus comes every 1 minute. There 50 people can sit in it. 50 people sit on it and the bus goes away. After 1 minute, a new empty bus comes in. 50 more people sit in the bus and the bus goes away. The ticket for this bus is $1. Very simple. $1 per person. Bus comes in, you pay $1, sit in the bus, go away. It's all fine and dandy. If people who are waiting at the bus stop are at most 50, it's all fine and dandy. Everybody gets a space on the bus, they sit in the bus, they go away. But that's not the case. If this bus, which is Ethereum blockchain, if this bus has to become the future of the technology or the technology of the future, then more and more people will come. 50 is almost nothing. So what happens if there are 5,000 people waiting on the bus stop? What happens then? A bus comes in, it's the empty bus. Now there are 5,000 people waiting to grab these 50 seats. Only 50 can get in. And the bus goes away. Everybody has to wait for 1 more minute. But in this 1 more minute, another 1,000 people also join the crowd. How is this crowd ever going to sit in the bus? So if you are the conductor of the bus, what will you do? How will you choose? How will you choose who will get on the bus? How will you choose? Is there a way? Let's think about it, of course. First come, first serve. Yes. You said it right. First come, first serve. It is a way. But then it's also a problem because you are coming with the bus. You don't know who came first, who came second, who came last. And it's very difficult to make a decision judgment in a small amount of time. What's another way? There should be one more way. What if you ask people who are waiting in line to bid to get on the bus? People who bids top 50 amount, they get on the bus, they go. If this is the case, by default the bus ticket is $1 per head. But somebody who really wants to get on the bus and do not want to wait, they'll bid $10, $20, $30, $50 to get on the bus. This is what happens think of Ethereum as a bus or this road or this transportation system. Every 1 minute, every few seconds, a new block comes in, which is like bus, only 50 transactions or a limited number of transactions that can get in. Many transactions are waiting in queue. So they bid, that's why the gas price is up. So how do we lower this number of transactions? That is where layer 2 comes in. This is where it gets fun because I get to bring my thoughts transmission device, my white colored blackboard. If you don't know what it is, watch my previous video. Let me bring it up and set everything. I'm ready with my setup. So we have to understand first the very individual unit, the smallest unit of layer 2 network. It's called off-chain transaction. What is an off-chain transaction? What is a transaction? So let's imagine this is a blockchain. Blockchain basically is just a chain of blocks. So this is block 1, then block 2, block 3, block 4 and so on. So anytime if this is person A and this is person B, if A wants to send some money to B, what A does is A puts a transaction on the blockchain that says, hey, from my balance deduct n amount of money, for example say $10, and this money should go to B. So as soon as this block gets added in the blockchain, in the next block you can see that B's balance has gone up by $10. This is the simple. Every transaction is on the chain. Every transaction, if A has to send money, if B has to send money, is on the chain. These are called on-chain transactions. But what are off-chain transactions? Because these transactions, as I have said, the space on this block is limited. And if you have to just send $10, why would you spend $400 on the gas fee to send these $10? It makes no sense at all. So there's a solution to it. If A and B do a lot of business, if they send and receive a lot of money between them, there's a solution to it. They are called off-chain transactions. Let me show you how it looks like. Time for magic again. This is the magic. So in this case, A and B do not directly send money to each other. They do something very interesting. What they do is this. Between A and B, they put equal amount of money in a box, in a deposit box. This, for example, is a deposit box in which A put in $100 and B put in $100. So the value of this deposit box is $200. The beauty of this deposit box is a smart contract that sits on the blockchain. So A cannot open it alone, B cannot open it alone. Both of them have to open it together. Only then these 200 rupees will come out of it. So these 200 rupees are in the box. Now imagine if A wants to send B $10, instead of announcing it on the blockchain, what A does is, A does something very interesting. A sends a code, an encrypted code, which is like a promissory note. A sends a promissory note of $10 to B. So whenever this box will open, B will not have a claim of $100 in it. B will have a claim of $100 plus $10 in the from the box. So whenever this box opens, B will get $110 and A will get $90. Suppose a few days later, B wants to send $20 to A. So again, instead of B sending money on the Ethereum blockchain or on the blockchain, B just sends a promissory note, which is like another key. So if A uses his key and plus this promissory note and B uses his key, at the end of it, A will get 90 plus 20, $110 out of it, and B will get $90 out of it. This can keep going on for thousands, billions of transactions. Say suppose after a year, they want to say, okay, we are not in business anymore. Let's just open the box, take our claim, our share of the money from the box, and let's just be on our way. So suppose after hundreds of millions of transactions, they open the box. At the end of the day, suppose A gets $135 and B gets $65, and this box is destroyed. This final opening of the box is again committed on the blockchain, so that if A ever wants to send some money on the blockchain to somebody, A has a balance of $135 again. Here A had started with $100, B started with $200. Both of them did millions of transactions, and when they were done with the business, they again opened the box on the blockchain, so their balance was committed again on the blockchain. So in this case, millions of transactions were done, but only 2 transactions were put on the blockchain. The first one starting the box, and the last one destroying the box. Everything in between happened off the chain. Everything happened not on the blockchain. So these people did not have to pay any gas fee. These people did not have to pay any blockchain fee. These people were not traveling in the bus itself. They went through flight, they went through some other way. This is some other mode of transportation. The only thing that blockchain cares about is at the end of this saga, the final balances $135 and $65 are committed on the blockchain, so that the world can move on as it is. So now we know what off-chain transactions are. Off-chain transactions are, you start a box, you start a channel, you do all the transactions in that channel away from the chain, and once in a while you commit back to the chain, so that chain also is aware of all the changes that are going on in this different off-chain world. So what happens? Now this is layer 1. So blockchains, and this is fixed, like hey, this is the size of block, these many transactions can fit in, and this is how frequently a new block will be created. So these things are constant. You have to work around it, which makes one thing variable, which is the expense, the transaction fee, that keeps going up. It's not good for anybody except the miners, which is great for them. But anyway, so there are more blockchains. These blockchains are exactly same. But these blockchains, other blockchains, have changed the variables. They say new block will be created more frequently. So imagine more buses are coming in. Instead of one bus coming in every minute, buses coming in every couple of seconds. Again, the crowd could be dispersed. Blocks are coming in very frequently. The size of blocks could be bigger, could be smaller, but could be bigger also. So maybe bigger boxes are coming in and very frequently. So so you can actually use this. This is another chain which periodically does one thing, and that is very important, which periodically commits the overall end result of the transactions happening over here back to the main chain. So periodically, maybe every 3 blocks or 2 blocks, it is periodically committing the summary of the end result of the transactions happening over here. Over here, there could be A, B, C, and all ABC could be sending money, receiving money, doing all sort of stuff with smart contracts. Not just people, there could be smart contracts as well. So there could be smart contracts. A is sending money to B, B is interacting with this smart contract, D is the maker of this smart contract, C is the maker of this smart contract, C withdraws money from this smart contract. Anybody could be happening. But periodically, whatever happened, the end result is the snapshot of it is committed to the main chain. So this is what layer 2 chains are. These are just another chain with different variables, with different features, bigger blocks, frequent blocks, so that the main variable, gas fee, transaction fee, that goes down. So what is really happening is a lot of transactions that were queuing up to get a space on this blockchain are now getting a lot of space on this blockchain, and this blockchain says periodically I'll commit the snapshot or to this blockchain. So at the end of the world, even if this blockchain goes away, the end result is still over here. So this is how layer 2 works. This was layer 1, this is layer 2. If this struggles, should we make layer 3? I don't know, that is a question to think about. But yes, if you have any questions around this, please leave them in the comment. Okay, so this is what happens. And to summarize, first of all, this is why we need layer 2 solutions, because the main layer 1 blockchain, Ethereum or Bitcoin, those are limited in space. And because they're limited in space, the value of space goes up, and so does the transaction fee. Therefore, people have built layer 2 like Polygon or Lightning Network for Bitcoin. What happens is on layer 2, you have changed variables. The blocks could be bigger, the blocks could be frequent, so that the transaction fee is kept in control. And periodically, there's a snapshot made over here. But what made this layer 2 chains work is something called off-chain transactions. Transactions that could be done off the chain. So this is my video on layer 2 solutions. How does it work? Why do we need it? And now to the very important part. I am on a personal mission to bring 1 million new people to the crypto world by breaking down complicated topics into simple English. If you enjoy these kind of videos, please spread this video around. Like, share, subscribe, send it to your friends who are trying to build something on blockchain, who are trying to understand, who are trying to wrap their heads around it. Let them know that there is one person, one nerd person who is like just making these free videos out on YouTube. And also let YouTube know. Like, share, comment, please. It'll mean a world to me. And if I've not earned it, if you did not enjoy this video, no obligations. It's still fine with me. I still love you. This is what we call off-chain transactions. Now, these off-chain transactions are extrapolated to make layer 2. Let me tell you how it works. And dogs are barking. Okay, so that is the problem. So now and if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to subscribe over here, somewhere over here, or you can watch this next video. I'm sure you'll like it.